not again. Oh man, ZB was right. Falling asleep next to an open Stargate while listening to Pink Floyd when you have a habit of somnambulating really is a bad idea. Where am I? Should have known. I'm on the dark side of the moon. Not sure which moon, of course. Now, wouldn't you just know it, this thing's not working. And so, another adventure begins. Let's find a way to get this Stargate working again. My sensors indicate that the light side of this moon is unsafe due to dangerously high temperature, hazardous radiation and extremely high sulfur levels in the atmosphere. Sound like some of the lesser known coastal regions of Spain in the 23rd century. Fortunately, this side of the moon is class M, so I won't die of asphyxia, which is always a bonus. 90% of Earth's gravity, a pleasant 8 degrees centigrade. Life signs, vegetation and a fluctuating holographic life form signature somewhere in the south. Possibly one human life sign, but the signal is so faint that I'm not sure. Over the other side of that mountain there seems to have been a huge battle at some point. Multiple weapon signatures of different types. Oh, and my sensors have now disintegrated. I know I should have got the deluxe model. I am now the proud owner of a Roddenberry. A converted camper van seems to have landed here and then been abandoned. Nothing interesting in the front. Maybe the boot is open though. The interior looks surprisingly luxurious and very blue. It's a camper van. I've always wondered how much use a small rear mirror is when you're travelling at millions of miles an hour. Hey, I really am ruggedly handsome, aren't I? Faux suede. Interesting. It is an unwritten rule of sci-fi adventure games that there will always be duct tape. Interesting. It's welded shut. A rocket engine attachment for the VW camper van, based on the classic China Bennett design. It's out of fuel and there's really nothing else I can do with it. Roddenberry bushes are a common sight on Class M planets and moons. Roddenberry bushes are a common sight on Class. That's how many bushes I've looked at. I only need one. In fact, I have no idea why I even need one. Roddenberry bushes are a common sight. That's how many bushes I've looked at. It's a totem pole with a moose head at the top, 2 squirrel heads under that and 3 monkey heads at the bottom. The inhabitants of this moon must have been LucasArts and Sierra Onlineists. It's a waste paper bin. Why would there be a waste paper bin on a moon? And then again, why not? For some reason, it's shaped like a big blue cup. This moon sure is a strange and mysterious place. Well, I guess one of the well-used adventure game tropes is about to be put to the test. Will there be something useful in this bin? I found a used ticket. Not sure how that will help, but I'll take it anyway. I can't do anything with this. It's a totem, the inheritance of this. Looks like this spaceship has been here for a very long time. Can't get it to open, but there's some stuff lying around near the door. I found a sealant spray and a hand phaser. Woodenberry bushes are a common sight on Class M planets. That's how many bushes I've looked at. There must be some kind of temperature disturbance here. There is a patch of ice seemingly at random. Looks like there's something inside it. Not from here. I can't break it open with my bare hands. There's a small flying saucer in the ice cube. Weird, there's a hotel here. Best Exotic Moonigold Hotel. Flanian Bumblebees not accepted here. Galactic credits or Brandar tiles only. The Girl with the Pearl Earring by Johannes Vermeer. I believe the girl's name was Scarlet. This is a self-portrait by Rembrandt. I'm not an art thief. I'm not an art thief. Arrangement in grey and black number 1, more popularly known as Whistler's Mother. It's a transmat booth designed to instantly transport you to another such booth, in this case presumably the penthouse suite. This is A Windmill in Montmartre by Jean-Baptiste Carrier. Knowledge like this makes people think you're cultured. Interesting. Interesting. It's a huge pink flickering hologram. That's not a description you'll see in many adventure games. Hello there.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Floyd, and I'm here to answer any questions about this hotel or the entire holiday resort.
Tell me about yourself, Floyd.
I am here to make your stay here as pleasant as possible.
Do you know much about this place?
I know everything about this place.
Can you tell me what's going on?
I'm afraid I am not programmed to answer vague questions, sir. If you're able to ask me about anything specific, I can help you.
Oh, that's not very helpful, is it?
In fact, sir, it is extremely helpful. You merely have to walk around and look at things. You will then be able to ask me about them. I sadly cannot look at anything. My visual senses are malfunctioning, part of a system-wide decay through not being serviced for 6 centuries.
Maybe I could help.
Well, now let's see, sir. Do you happen to be an expert in 600-year-old holographic projection and data processing devices?
Well, no, not really.
Then I thank you for your kind offer, sir, but I feel that you cannot be of help.
Holiday resort?
Indeed, this entire moon was built as a holiday resort.
Weird.
Some have said that, sir.
I saw a converted camper van a short distance away from here.
Ah yes, those were very popular for a time. Unfortunately, most of the people who owned those vehicles preferred to sleep in tents.
What's with the weird totem pole a little to the north of here?
Now that is a bit of a mystery. It is said that the totem is a sign of peace between those who loved Lucas and those who loved Sierra.
Tell me about this hotel. Why the name? Best Exotic Moonigold Hotel?
It was an attempt at humour, sir. If you ask me, it was a rather ill-advised attempt. This was one of many hotels that once served the booming tourist trade here. The popularity of this moon was at its peak around 680 years ago.
What is the moon called?
I will tell you, sir, but you must promise not to laugh.
Laugh? Why?
Just promise me, sir.
Well, okay.
It is called FKB, sir.
Why would people laugh at that?
It's what the letters stand for, sir. Felicity Kendall's bottom.
Ahem. Sorry.
Apparently, sir, from space the moon's shape resembles somewhat the shape of Miss Kendall's posterior. It is often circled a few times before ships move on, sir.
I can imagine. What's with the patch of ice near the hotel?
Oh, that. It's a natural phenomena. At one point the hotel tried to claim ownership and charge people to use it, but that didn't work out.
Why not?
People just stopped using it. It's amazing what becomes less interesting as soon as you have to pay money for it.
What causes the phenomena?
It's thought to be some sort of thermoregulatory error in the terraforming process. Whereas the entire moon is generally of a constant temperature, that small area is always very cold.
There's a shipwreck not far from here.
Ah yes, that was a sad story. It was a Terrahawk ship that ended up crashing due to radio malfunction.
Radio malfunction? How did that crash the ship?
Well, you see, unfortunately, the radio jumped to an unauthorized frequency and picked up a radio station on this moon. At that time, they were playing a song by Sandy Shaw, and it put them all in a bit of a tiz.
Sandy Shaw? Oh, you don't mean...
Yes, I'm afraid so. Puppet on a string.
I can see why they wouldn't like that.
Indeed. They all got very upset, including the navigator and helmsman, and ended up crashing.
That's really sad. Did any survive?
Yes, but they got roped into being miners.
Right. Roped in? Was that a joke?
Possibly, but not a very good one. I was not programmed for humour.
There's a waste paper bin outside.
Yes, it's very important to keep the moon tidy.
It's shaped like a big blue cup.
That's because it was installed by American Girl Scouts.
Only AGS 4 members are actually going to understand the significance of that, aren't they?
True. Though even some of them will struggle, perhaps.
Floyd, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're very... pink.
Why, thank you for noticing, sir.
I'll be going now.
Good day to you, sir, and thank you for your interest in our hotel. I'm sorry, sir. I'm programmed to say that every time someone has talked to me.
This ticket has 2 holes punched through, indicating that it's already been used. I don't think he'll want that. I'm not an art thief. Like access into these rooms is via swipe card only. Unless I can actually find the cards, I'll need to find another way to get these doors open. I might well need something from inside one or more of them. Interesting. I can't reach it. The way is blocked. Apparently, this hotel has a lift but no stairs. I can't reach it. Even at point 9G, these mountains are much too high for me to climb, especially as I might need to climb back. I need to find another way to get through, across or over them. There's a mountain range splitting this whole area in half. It's a wall. What would I do with a wall? Roddenberry bushes, or that's how many bushes I've looked at. That's the 3rd biggest monkey head I've ever seen. I can't do anything with it. How disappointing. The controls for the Stargate. Pity they always seem to be so complicated. Stargates are dead useful, but less so when they stop working. I need to fix it. Somehow. Interesting. Interesting. It's stuck. I need something to prise it open. It's stuck. The train door is closed. I can't get in. Roddenberry bushes are... That's how many bushes. It's got sludge on it, and anyway there's an out of order sign on it. It doesn't work and it's got gucky sludge on it, so I'm not touching it. It's a big block of stone, but it has a slot and electrical gadgets fitted in it. I am not putting my finger in this thing, I could get electrocuted. That's not going to help. Someone's made a tunnel through the mountain and built a monorail on it. The train is blocking the entrance. If I want to go through there, I need to find a way to make it work. I don't think that will work. I've put what little sealant there is into the gaps. It's filled them completely with a springy material. You'd never know that this ticket's already been used, at least not unless you look really closely. Ha! The machine tried to punch holes in this again. It just bounced right off the sealant. I can use this as many times as I want. Hooray! I'm really not sure what I can do with that. Just like the one on the other side. Not only does this one have an out of order sign on it, but the no more tickets available light is blinking. But it looks like the Bjork made it here, wherever here is. I wonder if they were brought down by the moon's defences or if they crashed here after being attacked. I can't do anything with the Bjork cube. I don't think that will work. There are thousands of dead creatures of all sorts here. Bjork, Tyranids, Cybermen, Cylons, Ewoks, Cardassians, Reavers, Terminators, Daleks, Vogons, Gold, Battery Prey, Manchester United supporters, Spice Girls. It's as though someone dragged as many species as they could here to battle it out. This goes on for miles. There are dead bodies everywhere. I don't like searching here, but this could come in handy.
Drat! Wrong timeline!
Dentist, what are you doing here? What's going on?
No time, Captain! I must go! But stop him, for the love of goodness! Stop him!
What? Stop who?
The Maestro, of course. He's... Drat! I've got to go now!
What was that all about? This slot seems to still be active, but I've no idea what it does. I can't do anything with it. This was once the hand of one of those vile Bjork creatures. That doesn't do anything. Woodenberry bushes, that's how many bushes? Woodenberry bushes, that's how... I've never seen one so large. Really hard. That's really hard. An interesting idea. An interesting idea. An interesting idea. An interesting. An interesting. Looks like this mining creek was collateral damage. Seems like they were somehow mining promethium from this mountain. Let's have a look around. What's this? Some sort of lens? That's all I could find. It looks like some sort of blasting attachment. I've seen these things before. They are used to channel a normal phaser beam into one powerful blast. It fits perfectly. It has 2 charges left in it. An interesting idea. That doesn't seem to work. In fact, I have no idea why I even need one. I don't want to walk that way. It's a bell. It doesn't seem to do anything. It doesn't even chime. Gordonberry bushes are a common sight on Class M. That's how many bushes I've looked at. That's deep. I have a feeling that falling into a deep chasm at 0.9 G will be very nearly as bad as at 1 G. Gordonberry, that's how many bushes I've looked at. Underground trampoline, woohoo! That's done the trick. Unfortunately, it was too much for the lens. Interesting. There is a crowbar and also some jump leads in here. They should come in handy. Crowbars are invaluable for both opening stuff and playing triple golf. I guess these jump leads won't help the camper van much now, but they could be useful for charging something else up if I can find a power source. doesn't seem to do anything. It doesn't even chime. Underground trampoline! Woohoo! It's sealed shut. That's the door. It's an open crate. There's a hoverboard in it. I'll take this hoverboard. It's green, it's mean, it shoots you around the area like a whippet with powerful flatulence. It's a hoverboard. Rubber tree! I don't want to smash it. I might never get home. I don't think that will work. Let's see what's in here. An energy crystal. There's not much charge in there. Not enough to power the Stargate anymore. What's that? I'll attach the jump leads to the crystal. What's that? The flying saucer is active now. What's that? I'll stick some duct tape to the saucer. I now have a flying hand. I've created a flying hand. It seems to want to go forward all the time though. you see that?
Under the circumstances, I have chosen to disable my visual sensors, sir.
Oh, good. Under what circumstances?
Under the circumstances that I may see something unsavory being done, sir.
Ah, right. Interesting. It's a hotel. Wardrobe and is closed. The Hay Wain by John Constable. Poor little guy, once a thriving beachboard alien, now simply a deflated orange mess. It looks like there's something inside it. Maybe it ate something that disagreed with it. I don't think there's anything I can do for it. A tidy bed which obviously has nothing of use in it. How boring. I don't feel like sleeping in. A megaphone! Maybe a police negotiator stayed here. This might come in useful. This cube thing was inside it. Looks like Bjork technology. It's a widget for the Transmat, a detachable activation node. The owner can take it away and thus render the Transmat inoperable for unauthorized users. A widget! There's a note attached to this. To the resident of the penthouse suite. If you visit other hotel residents, please ensure that this widget is returned to the transmit booth within 24 hours. The note is dated 600 years ago. What on earth happened here? It's a wardrobe and it's closed. One of Canaletto's incredible paintings of Venice. A tidy bed which obviously has nothing of use in it. How boring. A genuine Les Paul copy. Unfortunately, I never learned to play. One of Degas' ballerinas. An unmade, untidy bed. Who knows what glorious inventory object may be hidden beneath these sheets? Hey, there's a book tucked in here. Hey, this is An Idiot's Guide to Stargates. Even more popular than Stargates for Dummies. Boring. Boring. Well, there are one or two pages here that seem to be actually useful. Ah, here we are. Stargate IP codes. Oh, nuts. The pages have all been ripped out. Now how am I going to get back? That's fixed it. Jules Suarez favors it as Nier. It wasn't painted using his Pontelius technique as he hadn't invented it yet. The drawers are blocking the way. This wardrobe door is closed. That drawer is closed. There are some seriously heavy-duty suspender belts in here. It must have been for a Rancor Reading or something. Well, I'll take the suspenders along. Could be useful. I think they're strong enough to support my weight. Of course, Rancor stockings tend to be made from the corpses of their victims, so that's not a great surprise. Fortunately, the suspenders themselves are made of pretty normal industrial strength elastic. This one's full of tacky jewellery. Cheap, nasty and utterly useless. Just like the sort I used to buy my wife. But that's another story. Gloves in here for just about every hand size known to humankind. Well, every size apart from mine, it would seem. That drawer is closed. Lots of ties in this one, but not strong enough to be of any use. This drawer is full of socks. I can't see how they'll help me at all. Van Gogh's Starry Night, inspired by an Elvis Presley song, I believe. Da Vinci's famous Mona Lisa. Not sure which would disturb me more if I was in this jacuzzi, this or the screen. Edvard Munch's The Scream. This one always creeps me out. Classy. This is no time to relax in a jacuzzi. Now that is one interesting bed. Much as I'd like to, I really have to find a way off this moon instead. What can you tell me about the Stargate?
It would appear that this device is how you came to be here, sir.
That's true.
It would also appear that it is not currently working.
Also true. Not exactly helpful, but undeniably true.
It merely needs a new power supply to make it work again, sir. I'm sure that a man of your abilities is more than able to accomplish such a thing.
What do you know of my abilities?
Absolutely nothing, sir. I am programmed to believe that whoever I am talking to is possessed of intelligence and versatility.
Is it always true?
My programmers thought it better not to program me with the algorithms to determine that, sir. I simply assume people are intelligent and hope for the best.
You know that's not a bad philosophy to live by.
It has served me well for many centuries, sir.
Why is there a mountain range separating the whole area?
It is the result of a forced geoscaping project 592 years ago. It was an attempt to shield at least some of the moon from the effects of the games.
The games?
Terrible battles fought between many races. If you're able to get to the other side of the mountain, you'll be able to look at things you can ask me about which will make all of this clear.
I found a gigantic monkey head near part of the mountain. Any idea what it's there for?
Comic effect, possibly. Maybe it's a secret.
Is there any way to open it?
It did open once, many years ago. A human arrived here one day, through the Stargate, I think. It was night, and he was a hermit of some kind.
Is he still alive?
I am afraid I cannot tell you, sir. I am not aware that he died, and I am not aware if he still lives. He just went into the monkey head when it was opened, the mouth closed, and he was never seen or heard of again.
There's a big glowing thing near the trains. Is it some sort of ticket machine?
Yes, sir, it is. Your powers of observation are astonishing.
Have you gone into sarcasm mode?
No, sir. I only have one mode, which is to be polite, encouraging, and attempt to appear interesting, however banal the conversation I am presently involved in is.
Are you sure you don't have a sarcasm mode?
Indeed not, sir. I do not even know what sarcasm is. It is not in my programming.
There's a train leading through the mountain.
Yes, sir, there is.
That was very helpful.
Thank you, sir. I do try my best to be helpful, even if it means confirming the blind and the obvious.
There's a crashed Bjork cube on this moon.
Yes, it came here in response to a Bjork homing beacon. When it got here, the Bjork who'd sent the distress call were dead, and the cube was shot down by Space Marines.
It looks like there might be something still working in it.
I would advise not disturbing it, sir, unless for some reason it would be in your best interest to let a Bjork drone or something even worse on the loose.
I found a crate.
Super.
There's this huge diamond with some kind of readout or controls underneath it.
Ah, yes, that would be the Crazy Diamond. It is a defense system for the entire moon.
What, just a general defense system against any intruders or invaders?
Well, yes, it is a general, and when it's working properly, extremely effective defense system. However, its main purpose is more specific. It is a defense against Time Lords, although it is not working properly now.
What does it do exactly?
It distorts the space-time continuum when a Time Lord is detected, to such an extent that landing a TARDIS or similar vehicle is rendered completely impossible. But it was attacked by the Maestro and is now malfunctioning. The Maestro is himself a Time Lord, but it was not properly detected by the Crazy Diamonds due to him having used up all his generations, and existing still only because he hijacks host bodies. The Maestro could not actually destroy the diamond, but he could stop it working. There is one Time Lord known as the Dentist who has repeatedly tried to follow the Maestro's plans. Sadly, he has been unable to. The diamond is still working just enough to thwart his efforts.
Yes, I know the Dentist. He's one of the good guys.
I have seen that to be true. Sadly, I myself am unable to help him. Perhaps you will find a way. The irony is these games are the main cause of the distrust by those who've made this moon and also the Crazy Diamond. The Time Lords themselves do not indulge in the games anymore themselves, but one insane member who is no longer truly a Time Lord was not detected as a threat by the Diamond until it was too late. The Diamond is not exactly sentient, but I believe it understands enough to be trying to get help.
What makes you say that?
You.
What have I got to do with it?
I think the Diamond drew you here to help defeat the Maestro.
No, you've got it all wrong. I just happened to fall asleep near an open Stargate, and I happen to have this sleepwalking problem, you see.
I see. So, the Stargate just happened to be pointed to this moon at a probability of 10 quadrillion to 1.
Well...
Also, you happened to be there, and the Stargate stayed open, and you happened to sleepwalk through the open Stargate. What would you say the probability of that happening by chance is?
Not much.
You were called here. You are our only hope. Say, your name wouldn't happen to be Obi-Wan, would it?
Afraid not.
Pity.
There's a deep chasm on the other side of the mountain.
Yes, sir. It's where the energy crystals are formed.
Energy crystals?
Yes, indeed, sir. They are always useful. You dig?
Not really. Is there any way to open the giant monkey head?
Alas, sir, there is not.
Oh.
There was once said to be an item that could open it, a scarlet-coloured fish of some kind, but that turned out to be a red herring.
Are you sure you are not programmed for sarcasm or irony?
Oh, that I were, sir. It would be, I suspect, such fun as I can only imagine.
So you can mine Promethean on this moon?
You can indeed, sir. It was quite ingenious, really. The terraformers of this moon set up the correct set of raw materials and chemical catalysts to create Promethium over the course of mere centuries instead of hundreds of thousands of years, as it takes unaided by nature. The use of nanobots was key to this process working. They used the future value of this resource to offset the actual cost of creating the moon. The implementation of this technique was overseen by the famous Greg Gilbert.
Groovy. There's a terrible battle site that stretches for miles. Dead bodies everywhere of many different races.
Sir, that is from the games.
Games?
A terrible creature managed to infiltrate our defenses and set about restoring a despicable ancient tradition of his people. Creatures from various regions of the galaxy and different time zones are dragged here to battle it out for the entertainment of this depraved creature.
That's awful.
I quite agree, sir. Also, it's very bad for business.
He must be stopped.
You are the only one who can stop him. You must stop him. Then I might finally have an engineer fix me and stop this flickering.
How can you think of yourself at a time like this?
Be fair, sir. I've been entirely alone for the best part of 600 years. I've not really had anyone else to think about.
Fair comment, I suppose. But still, I must find a way to stop the maestro.
If I may add something, sir, you must do so quickly before the next games begin.
Yet more creatures will be dragged here to fight and die.
I'm afraid so, sir. It will begin soon.
Is there any way to repair the diamond?
Indeed there is, sir. It is really quite simple. All you have to do is stand close enough to it and repeatedly say, "Shine on."
Shine on? That's it? Seriously?
Yes, sometimes it really is that simple.
About the wall out there above the ice rink.
It's just a wall, sir.
But it doesn't serve any purpose.
It exists, sir. Perhaps that is enough. You've got to have walls.
But why?
Ours is not to reason why, sir.
There's a bell south of the big diamond. What does it do?
Ah, that, sir, is the famous division bell. It can divide anything ever made by anyone ever.
Is that useful?
Well, not yet, sir. But I'm sure someone will one day find a use for it.
I'll be going now.
Good day to you, sir, and thank you for your interest in our hotel.
Now to ensure that the maestro's specialist entertainment is not censored. There, with the force field in place, my amusement is assured. Did the temperature just drop a bit?
By 0.52 of a degree, sir.
This is A Windmill in Montmartre by Jean-Baptiste Carrier. Knowledge like this makes people think you're cultured. Doesn't work. This one doesn't work. Captain, you made it in time for the show. You'll never get away with this. Hello, can you hear me? Nothing. Shine on. Did something just happen? I'm not sure. Shine on. It nearly took that time. Shine on. That's it. The moon is safe once more. With my bare hands I could hang over the edge a little, but that really wouldn't accomplish very much. With my bare hands I could hang over the edge a little, but that really wouldn't accomplish very much. This cavern down here is illuminated by fully charged crystals. I'll just take one and climb back up. I don't think that will work. That's the Stargate powered up. People should be careful what they leave sitting around in their hotel rooms. What's this? A digital camera that will only hold one image at a time. What use is that? Oh well, maybe it's good for something. Look at that! If you use a different finger to push the button, the symbol turns back. Isn't extraterrestrial technology amazing? There's no reason to stick around here. I'm off.
Finally! Took a couple of decades, but finally I worked out the secret of Moon Key Island. Then another couple of decades to work out how to get this dratted monkey head to open. Great! The Stargate is still open! I wonder why I'm so badly animated. I remember being much better animated in the old days. Oh well, looks like I'm gonna be stranded here for a while longer. I guess I'll just have to stock up on Roddenberries and go down to talk to old Floyd in the hotel. I wonder if anything happened while I was away. Yeah, guess not.